choose the tempo that will allow you to savor what you play. Slava Ukraini, hello to you. We should pick the tempo that will allow us to enjoy every single note, to feel the fragrance, the flavor, the color, the temperature, the lighting, dark, light of every note that we make. Now we have an extra beautiful soundtrack. There are many factors when it comes to choosing the tempo that come into play outside of interpretation. So besides picking the right, correct, appropriate tempo rhythm for the emotion, for the character that we're trying to portray, and this term was created by Stanislavski in his acting method that he was creating in the first half of the 20th century. And for those of you who are interested to learn more about that and its applicability to making music, you could look up the playlist on this channel from the spring of 2024. But anyway, outside of the interpretation, the other elements, factors that will make us to decide the tempo are the instrument that we're going to play, so that we are going to be playing in the concert, and the environment. That's more important and more critical. If it's the space that's naturally larger than the practicing room, then articulation is going to be different, the pedaling is going to be different, voicing is likely to be different as well. However, the third factor that I think is even more important than the other two that are outside of interpretation alone is the audience. And that's where the second key phrase comes to mind. We shouldn't be greedy. We should create the space that will allow audience to have a good time as well. We shouldn't be selfish either. Well, let me explain with a little branch out. If we as performers just want to have a good time, well, we should learn how to do that in the practice room to begin with. And then we might as well just learn how to enjoy recording sessions. When it comes to a concert, to the audience, to any public, now that you erase yourself as being something important and you just become this tool, instrument through which the audience is going to enjoy the music. So now it just becomes the offering for the audience. But back to the point, the audience might require slower tempo to enjoy everything that we are doing, because our perceptions of time is far different. When they hear the music at large, their state of mind is reactive. They're reacting to what they hear, kind of after the fact, even if it's Chopin's Ballade No. 1 and many people know how it's supposed to go. Our mind, as we're performing it, is, on the other hand, is always in this anticipation, expectation state. We are expecting things to go a certain way, and therefore everything feels or appears as if slightly slowed down to us. The audience doesn't live there. So this is further exacerbated or worsened by the fact that when we are playing something in the concert, we are hearing it for, well, let's say 397th time, while that same number for a general audience member is going to be very different. So when we hear something for the 400th time, things feel far less noble, therefore things feel much more slow on some level. But anyway, to start wrapping up this video and to flip the coin, on the other hand, we should be careful with picking the right tempo from the other side of the spectrum. When things are too slow, or the pacing is inconsistent, if the rests are too large, if the breaks between the sections are less organic, then we might have a good time. However, a 10-minute piece might feel like a 30-minute piece, or a 30-minute piece might feel like an hour long, and this is just not the space you want to create for the audience, because they will not have as much of a good aesthetic, entertaining experience by listening to that music. So, to wrap up, pick the tempo, choose the tempo that will allow you to savor everything that you play. And don't be greedy. Let the audience have a good time as well.